Hey, good morning, almost afternoon, everybody. Blitzball Champ is here with a brand new video here on the U to the Tube. So, wanted to talk a little football this morning. A couple of things, actually. We know today is the Super Bowl, but I also wanted to talk about a few things that I came across. I'm going to talk a little bit about Sam Darnold. We're going to talk a little bit about the NFL awards that were announced. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So first, let's talk about these NFL awards that were announced. So once again, Aaron Rodgers wins his third MVP of his career. He becomes the sixth player to have won three MVPs. Because we also got to remember he won the MVP in 2011 and 2014. So Aaron Rodgers still doing his thing. Got the biggest majority of the votes. Also had a few votes for Josh Allen and a few votes for Patrick Mahomes as well. But Aaron Rodgers takes home the NFL MVP once again for the third time in his career. We got Derrick Henry, running back for the Titans, getting Offensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald of the Los Angeles Rams, taking home Defensive Player of the Year. Justin Herbert, quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers, gets Offensive Rookie of the Year. I have to admit that Justin Herbert definitely seems to have established himself as the guy for the Chargers. And it'll definitely be interesting to see how his career will continue to grow. And I know, when the Carolina Panthers played the Chargers, we got the victory, but keep an eye out on Justin Herbert. He has an opportunity to really be successful in the NFL. And, coming off in his first year, winning the Offensive Rookie of the Year, definitely is off to a great start. So keep an eye out on him. Defensive Rookie of the Year ended up going to Washington's Chase Young. Now, let's talk about this for a bit because I know a lot of folks, especially Carolina Panthers, are kind of upset about this and feel like Jeremy Chin should have won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Let's kind of do a stats comparison. So, Chase Young, this season had 44 total tackles, 32 solo, 12 assisted. He had 7.5 sacks. Had 4 forced fumbles, and recovered three fumble recoveries. So that's pretty solid. Pretty solid year for a defensive end, especially a rookie. Looking at Jeremy Chin, he had 117 total tackles, 68 of them solo, 49 assisted. He had 1 sack, 2 forced fumbles, which he recovered both forced fumbles and took them to the house for touchdowns, and 1 interception. He's also got 5 passes deflected. Chase Young had 4 passes deflected. I mean, yeah, Jeremy Chin had more tackles, and I believe Jeremy Chin is the first player in history to get 2 back-to-back forced fumbles, both for touchdowns. So I mean, when I think about it, I feel like because Chase Young was the bigger name, being that he was a you know he was the number 2 pick in the first round of the 2020 NFL draft. I mean, probably helped get a little more spotlight on him, whereas in Jeremy Chin was a second round 64th pick. So, I mean, I know that really shouldn't be a determining factor, but I mean, this there's a fair argument between both. There's a fair argument between both. So, I mean, it would have been nice. I think Jeremy Chin should have won it, but Chase Young still is not a bad pick for winning this award. I get it. I get it. It's a toss up, but I get it. I mean, although the two back to back fumble recoveries for touchdowns, I mean, not something we've ever seen before. So maybe that should have helped Jeremy Chin's chances a little more, and being that he had over 100 tackles. But I mean, it's like I said, it's a toss up. I can understand why Chase Young won the defensive rookie of the year, but I would believe that Jeremy Chin was not far behind him in the voting. I mean, if it was a landslide, then that's ridiculous. But I don't think it was a landslide. So just food for thought. Coach of the year went to Coach Kevin Stefanski of the Browns. And honestly, it makes sense, being that the Browns haven't been to the playoffs in like forever. You know, Kevin Stefanski helped turn that team around in pretty dang on good fashion. I mean, Baker Mayfield got his first playoff victory of his career. So, I mean, definitely makes sense for him getting the Coach of the Year award. And comeback player of the year definitely went to the deserving player in quarterback Alex Smith. And I thank God for his recovery, for his comeback, and I hope that he continues to, heal even more. But it's a blessing with what that man has been through with his leg, just with the seriously bad injury plus the infection. Like, it is such a blessing that Alex Smith was able to come back and continue his NFL career. And it's just you never want to wish harm on anybody. And it's really unfortunate, no matter what team they play for. Even if it's a team you just flat out don't like, never want to wish harm on anybody. But to really see somebody go through something like that and then bounce back and able to continue their NFL career, that's amazing. So kudos and congratulations to Alex Smith. Definitely happy that he was able to make a comeback and continue his NFL career. But that's pretty much the NFL awards. I also wanted to take a moment to acknowledge Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater won the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award. Now, I'm gonna say this because let's be honest. A lot of folks, and like I said, I'm guilty of this as well. We trashed Teddy Bridgewater. We think we think he's trash. He didn't do too well this year. The stats say so, the records say so. But the dude's a good guy. And it shows that he's a good guy. And that can be the case sometimes. On the field is one way, but off the field is he's a good guy. So it doesn't surprise me that he won this award. He's a good guy. One can argue that's not necessarily what we need right now as far as when it comes to winning a championship. But I mean, listen, we need to all, as Panthers fans, like I said, I get the disappointment from this season. And like I said, I'm not speaking just for y'all, I'm speaking for me as well, because I was guilty. I'm guilty of this as well. But we do need to also keep in mind and understand the fact that there's a good chance we will still have Teddy Bridgewater for next season, and also a good chance that he'll still be the starter. As much as y'all don't want to hear that, it's very possible. Now, it remains to be seen if Teddy Bridgewater can make a ginormous comeback next season and seriously improve. I mean, while many may say no, I'm not going to sit here and say it's impossible. I'm not going to say it's impossible. I mean, but just, I think we need to take the time to just, honor him for this specific award. Because, I mean, he is a good guy. He's a good guy. Yes, I know he was 0-8 in comebacks and final drives this season. Yes, I understand Panthers finished 5-11. Yes, I understand he didn't throw many deep balls. Yes, I know he became Teddy Checkdown. But the dude won this award for a reason. He won this award for a reason. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Bless his heart. But he's a good guy. And, it's up to each of those players to still uphold themselves as people, even outside of the sport. So, we just got to remember that. We just got to remember that. I'm not throwing shade on anybody, but we just got to remember that. I mean, I know we've all taken shots at him, but let's just keep that in mind. He won this award for a reason. And I think, as Panther fans, we should at least acknowledge that and just be like, hey, well deserved. Rough season. No, you didn't do too well, or what we expected. I know I felt that way. But hey, you've done good, within the community. You've been that kind of, role model as a good person. And that shouldn't be looked down upon. That shouldn't be looked down on. So that's just my thoughts on that. I mean, take it for what you will. Everybody has their own opinion, but the dude won the award for a reason. So Teddy Bridgewater is your Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award winner. Congratulations, Teddy Bridgewater. Okay, and moving on to the last piece of info. So we know Matthew Stafford's out of the picture, and word on the street is the Eagles are getting close towards a new deal for Carson Wentz. Either a new deal or some sort of trade deal, but apparently they're close to that. That's word on the street is. But apparently now it's been brought up that there are teams interested in the idea of trading for Jets quarterback Sam Darnold. Now, I wanna paint a scenario for y'all. Now, let's say we are able to let go of Teddy Bridgewater. What do y'all think of the idea of getting Sam Darnold and also still drafting a quarterback in the draft and kind of having those two compete? Because, I mean, we'd already be getting a young quarterback anyway from the draft. And at the same time, Sam Darnold is 23 years old. So, I mean, I know it wouldn't take, I don't imagine it would take as much to trade for Sam Darnold. And I know he's not at the top of the list on the best, quarterback that we could get or that we could, go for. But I mean, there's always that possibility. New team, better turnout. That's always a possibility, you know. But you know, we have to look at it like this. If a quarterback in the draft can be coached up, can be teachable, why can't Sam Darnold be coached up and teachable elsewhere? Why not? I mean, who's to say that he doesn't have that his career doesn't start to turn around elsewhere? I mean, that's something we have to think about. And, Sam Darnold, he's not a small guy. 6'3", 225 pounds, 23 years old. I mean, his best season so far was 2019. 61.9% completion, threw for 3,024 yards, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. His longest touchdown pass his longest pass completed was a 92 yarder. At a rating of 84.3. I mean, he did get sacked a bunch, sacked 33 times, but I mean, we tool up the offensive line, that can greatly decrease. You know? I mean, listen. The majority of us flat out don't want Teddy Bridgewater anymore. Won't want a new quarterback. Fair enough. But the way it's looking now, with Stafford out of the picture, with Deshaun Watson still up in the air and most likely will be super expensive to get him, that option might as well be pretty much slim to none. Like I said, I talked about Carson Wentz a little bit last time, but who knows what's going to happen with that. But, Sam Darnold, I don't know exactly what it would take to trade for him, but I would highly doubt that it would be as much as what it may have been for Stafford, and definitely not for Deshaun. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, he's not my first choice, but maybe thinking about an opportunity to get Sam Darnold and still be able to draft a quarterback, with our number 8 pick, if that's what Carolina chooses to do. But, I mean, if you had to take a chance between Dwayne Haskins Jr. and Sam Darnold, who would you take a chance on? Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Uh, Let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think about this season's NFL awards and the recipients? Do you agree with them? Do you disagree? Who do you think should have gotten them? Um, your thoughts on Teddy Bridgewater winning the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award? And teams talking about potentially trading for Sam Darnold. What do y'all think about the idea of Sam Darnold in Carolina? Or maybe potentially Sam Darnold and still being able to draft a quarterback? What do y'all think? Or maybe even, keeping Teddy Bridgewater and Sam Darnold, and then just use the draft picks for the other areas. I mean, offensive line is still a big need, and I feel like should be a big target for Carolina. You know, some may argue more than quarterback, but offensive line is a big issue. So that may mean sacrificing the idea of drafting a quarterback and dealing with Teddy Bridgewater for another season. So be prepared for it. Just in case, be prepared for it. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you won't miss a video. And thank y'all so much for watching. This is Blitzball champ Jason Ingram signing off. Hope everybody has a blessed day. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I'll be rooting for the Chiefs. Bump the Bucks and Lom Shady. Take care. See y'all soon. Peace.